All right, chat. We got to react. Shout out to Mara for hooking your boy up. Why is everything so boring now? By Curtis Connor. I freaking love Curtis Connor. By the way, any YouTube frogs watching after the fact, okay, make sure you check out the original video. It'll be the first link in the description. Second, to Curtis Connor's channel. Make sure you subscribe to him. Check out the original video before you watch mine. Fair warning, I yap too much in these videos, and I yap the chat too much, okay? You've been warned, dude. If you do enjoy your stay, feel free to drop a like and a sub. It'd be greatly appreciated. I also go live 3 days a week on Twitch. That'll be the third link. All right, cool. For that, I'm pretty mad about politics in this hard of a way. Just being kind is the most... Yes, absolutely. Empathy, 100%, dude.
Hey guys, what's up? I am currently on tour in Europe right now, and I got some exciting news. I have got more shows to announce. This tour is never ending. I'm going to more cities in the U.S.
I think I missed him
going to
in my
Salt Lake
city.
City, Denver, Phoenix, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Austin, Houston, Dallas, Nashville, Indianapolis, Columbus, Cleveland, San
Nashville's
Francisco,
a vibe.
Los Angeles, San Diego, Seattle, Portland,
St. Louis, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia.
Guys, tickets are available right now, so I think you should...
Folks, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I open the TikTok
Literally me earlier.
application on my portable telephone, I am absolutely bombarded with slideshow after slideshow of nostalgic images from my childhood.
Oh, yeah,
that
brother.
never fail to ruin my entire day. Whether it's pictures of
Let me just say really quickly. Nostalgia is an abusive relationship. It's an abusive relationship. It's like your abusive ex that's constantly like, but remember the good times? The good times are actually mid as fuck. They were mid as fuck. Tell them to shut the hell up and stop hitting you, okay? You can't go back. You can't change nothing. That's awesome. We can do some of that shit. You can get your old gaming console out or get some fucking DVDs and a DVD player, get a VCR, whatever the fuck. Somebody canceled their... Oh, Amara commented on my Patreon post. Oh my god, dab me in. Or dab me up. Dab me in. What the but you can relive some of it, but don't let that shit lie to you, dude. My nostalgia tells me that 2021 was the best year of my life. Let me tell you something. It was the worst year of my life. It was literally the worst year of my life. By far, the worst year of my life. Without a doubt, the worst year of my life, okay? Now, there's a lot of great parts of it and shit. Forgot we had that on. But yeah, 2021 was the worst year of my life, and I look back and I'm like, oh, simpler times. Then I'm like, no, fuck, it wasn't. It was actually the worst times. I was a fucking walking ball of anxiety. I thought everything was wrong with me. I was like totally tripping, dude. I stayed inside all the time. I never went outside and shit. 2012 was mine, so the Mayans were correct for me. LMAO, yeah, dude, literally. That theory of the Mayans were right about 2012 and we're all just in hell is a crazy theory. Sometimes I'm like, holy shit, it's all making sense now.
strangely designed early 2000s websites, old digital camera photographs of the original Xbox accompanied by Mountain Dew bottles with the hashtag #OlderBrotherCore, discontinued foods, or old dead malls stuck in the past. It's a nightmare! I opened TikTok thinking I'm gonna see a nice relaxing video of a guy getting hit by a car, but then I'm reminded of the ceaseless passage of time. Cringe, I said. Regardless of how sad and old these nostalgia core videos make me feel, I still watch every single one to the very end. I have to. I can't.
I don't. I'm like, this shit boring. Next.
Look away, dude. It's like a car crash that I was hoping I would see on TikTok. And after watching like literally hundreds of these TikToks and comparing my childhood to the modern day, I've come to realize something. Everything's kind of boring now. And I don't mean the, throw a tennis ball at the wall, twiddle your thumbs type of boring. It's quite literally the opposite somehow. Boredom used to be like, oh man, there's nothing to do. But I honestly cannot remember the last time I felt like that. The traditional feeling of boredom.
Oh my god, voice crack. Oh, that's embarrassing. That'll happen. How many hours am I into stream? 10.5 hours into stream. That'll happen 10.5 hours into stream. Yes. Dude, could not tell you the last time I felt bored, dude. It might be because I'm just working my ass off recently with like content and shit, right? But there has literally never been a time in the last probably 3 or 4 years for me where I've been bored at all. It's been like constantly go, 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 go. Back in the day, I used to be bored all the time. I mean, maybe that's just because I was a kid. Like, I remember being bored when I was like 15, 16 in there. But now, dude, nah, I ain't got no time to be bored, brother. I'm actually picking up a secondhand CRT TV and some VHS tapes on Friday to have a nice movie set. Dude, hell yeah. Yeah, VHS tapes collections are sick as hell.
Has been replaced by this like overwhelming feeling of there being like too many things to do, but at the same time none of the things we're doing to fill the time are like enjoyable or personally fulfilling whatsoever. It just sort of feels like everything
Actually, sorry, that's a lie. Actually, a lot of the shit that I do does feel fulfilling to me. I'm very, very, very lucky and very, very grateful that you all support me in any way. Sorry, I'm opening up TikTok because I got a notification that somebody liked some of my shit, dude. Sorry. I'm easily entertained. But yeah, dude, every like pretty much every day, I think like, damn, bro, this is really my life. I'm fucking so grateful for this shit, man. I am so grateful for this shit. Sorry, I was literally looking at my YouTube analytics. Crazy, man. Shout out anybody watching this after the fact, by the way. I genuinely appreciate y'all. For real, for real. I'm a huge movie nerd. It's been a couple years in the making. Actually finding a CRT that works. Really? Oh shit, dude. That's awesome though. I'm stoked for you, dude.
lately has kind of been given the landlord special, you know? Because everything's been covered with a boring coat of white paint, no thought behind it, no forethought into the future or any of the consequences. And lately, dude, I've been feeling like a cockroach that got in the way of the paintbrush, forever stuck in a sea of white.
Ew.
Just like your mom. Whether it's logos, cars, tech, movies, architecture, everything has become so muted and bland and colorless. And personally,
that is true.
I think it's super boring. I'll say up top, it's gonna be impossible.
Dude, you know what I just realized? Like, sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Like, I'm a fucking golden retriever, dude. Like, a golden retriever man. Like, I'm like, you know what I just realized? Right? But literally, like, everything I do for freelance, my freelance business, is like emulating old film. So really, I'm guilty of chasing nostalgia too. I mean, it's kind of just like a vibe. I'm like, yo, this is cool. Let me fucking crank a shit ton of grain and make everything kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Dreamlike. Yeah, that looks sick as fuck. Yeah, my area through all, there's a way. The only ones listed are like $700 and have some kind of issue. Like, bro, I'm not paying that for a 20-year-old TV. Sorry, no, dude, that is so fair. Fuck that. Yeah, it's probably people who have them like in pristine condition. Like, yo, dude, I just need it to work. I need to work. I'll clean it up myself. Fuck this shit. I'm not paying you $700 for none of that shit.
For me to not sound like a boomer throughout this entire video, but I swear to God, I remember everything being so much more vibrant and colorful and saturated when I was
straight
growing up, and I'm not alone.
You just literally look at graphic design work. It was way more saturated and shit.
Find countless videos of people comparing old photographs to current ones, and things do seem less colorful now. Obviously, for a few of these videos, there are some logical explanations. Like this one, for example, like this picture from 2020 was taken on a clear sunny day, and the one taken in 2024 is... It's a cloudy day, so, you know, obviously the one taken on the cloudy day is going to be less bright and colorful, right? I think this person just doesn't know how weather works.
Yeah.
Man, back when I was a kid, there was never a tornado happening right now. Back when I was a kid, I was never getting swept away in a tornado. But for this video, I kind of just wanted to do a deep dive and really get to the bottom of this, okay?
I fucking love Curtis Connor, bro. What a fucking G, bro. And the one I'm picking up is free, made in 92, perfectly working, and only had one owner. I'm gonna take the lady giving it to me. Some flowers, though. Oh my God, that's such a W, dude. That's such a W. Yeah, dude. So, okay, wait, let me think about this. Why is this? I think it's just that, like, people love the sleek, simplistic design. Like, that was, like, the craze because it was basically, like, almost counterculture to the really, like, colorful shit. But the thing is, like, you tipped it too far. Like, everything's tipped too far to now where it's, like, bland as shit.
I want to find out if the world is actually getting less colorful. So let's find out.
Oh, shit. Also, Chaz, is the video like way too loud? Like, is it hurting your ears? Because it's kind of loud for me, but it's fine. I just want to make sure it's not too loud for you guys.
At first, I assumed people were saying the world is less colorful now because they were looking through rose-colored glasses. Not literally, because that would do the opposite, but you know, just in terms of nostalgia, you know, it's very easy to romanticize your childhood, even if you had an uneventful one. You just had less things.
I really did have an uneventful one, bro. I was homeschooled. The most eventful shit that I would do, I would go to my grandparents like every other weekend, and I'd play like their PS2. Yeah, it was actually fire as fuck. I have so many good memories of that shit, but yeah, that was pretty much my life, dude. It was boring as fuck. I mean, I would like hang out with chickens. That was cool. Walk in the woods by where I lived, dude. Yeah, my I'm always like, yo, dude, it sucked growing up and being homeschooled in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. She's like, what are you talking about? That was a great place to grow up. Yeah, maybe it was a great place for me to grow up for you, dude. You didn't have to worry about me getting touched or nothing, but it was not a great place to grow up for me, dude. No internet, pretty much. We had dial-up internet and shit. Are you kidding me? Trees? I was homeschooled? I had no friends. I was an only child. My best friend was a chicken named Pipsqueak. What the hell? Yeah, I actually wrote that down the other day as a possible, if I ever do stand-up comedy jokes. So, sorry, I've been rehearsing that one.
To worry about when you were younger. And everything was new and exciting. So obviously when you look back at those times, you come to the conclusion that things were more exciting than they actually were.
Right.
Like for example, if you're 4 years old, the color blue is gonna be fucking insane to you, dude. Because you've only known about the color blue for 4 years. You know how many times I've seen the color blue now that I'm 30, dude? Too many times to count, dude. Blue is not the same anymore. I have ruined blue for myself, okay? I blew it. You know that meme of James Franco about to be hung? And he's like, first time? That's me at any child being impressed by the color blue.
First time.
But it turns out it may not be rose-colored glasses and the wave of nostalgia that makes people feel this way. There actually is a scientific explanation as to why the world looks less colorful as you get older.
If you feel like the world has gone from 4K to 1080p, you may be onto something. After the age of 10, the clear human lens gradually yellows as a result of absorbing UV light to protect the retina at the back of the eye. This increasing yellowness dulls the vibrancy of color perception.
Okay, so as you get older, I guess things tend to appear more yellow than they actually are. Pretty interesting. That explains why my white bed sheets are yellow when I wake up.
This combined with the fact that the
Oh, that explains those socks I have hidden and why they seem yellow. I'm sure they're fine to wear. They might be a little stiff, but I'm sure they're fine.
number and sensitivity of color detecting cone cells decrease further affects color contrast.
Even without the natural...
Is this why my photos look sick as fuck now before when they looked like ass? Or instead of like before when they looked like ass? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Is that why I'm like better with colors now? I'm like, oh yeah, well, let me turn up twin. I like this warmer shit now. What's up with it?
Deterioration of our eyeballs, I still think the world is getting less colorful. And I know this because I actually have perfect vision. Sorry to brag, but I am exempt from all vision problems. I took a vision healing masterclass last year and I stared directly at the sun. So I think I'll be A-okay.
Hey, the camera, it's over here. Fucking idiot. Jesus fucking Christ.
So I think, guys, you're not gonna believe this, okay? It isn't just our eyes becoming weaker. The world actually has been losing color over the past 50 years. The Science Museum Group conducted a study where they photographed over 7,000 various objects from the 1800s to present day in 21 different categories, and this was their result. From 1800 to 1840, there was a pretty even spread of black, gray, white, red, orange, and yellows. And then in the year 1860, as everybody knows, the colors blue and green were invented, so they slowly gained popularity over
Invented? Oh, right, it's a joke.
the years. But as you can see in the full graph, there's a pretty drastic drop-off in color in around the year 1980, and then an even more drastic one in the year 2000. And as you can see here, in the last 20 years, objects have been rapidly enveloped by this foreboding grayness. And it's scary, man. How do we stop it? Am I supposed to just pray the gray away? Dude, we know that doesn't work. An obvious...
I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, dude, pray the gray away. No, you have to do an exorcism on the gray. That's what they told me. That's what they told me when I worked in church world. You have to do an exorcism. I feel like looking at this graph, I'm looking at a PFF chart on why player A is better than player B. And I'm like, what does any of this fucking mean, dude? I don't know. Maybe you're right, PFF, but also I feel like that guy just throws the ball better than I feel like player B is better at throwing the ball than player A, dude.
contributor to this grayness was the switch from wood to plastic in everyday items. So there has been a gradual decline in browns and yellows.
Right.
Can't say the same for my toilet bowl, brother. Yeah, that thing only sees brown and yellow, dude. And sometimes a little bit of red. A good starting point.
Mine sees purple. We are not the same.
Going to talk about the ups and downs of color and objects is to look at phones. Some of you are looking at a phone right now. Don't get me wrong. I love my incredible iPhone. I stare at this thing all day, and if someone took it away from me, I'd scream. But I will say, I do really...
I would kill them. I would have to hunt them down and end their life with a nuclear bunker buster.
missed this cell phone landscape before the release of the first iPhone in 2007. As far as I'm concerned, iPhone ruined everything, man. We were having so much fun. There used to be so many options for cell phones, dude. So much so that it was like a rare occurrence to find someone else with the same cell phone as you. My sister had an LG chocolate. One day my best friend showed up to school with a blue Motorola Razr that he got for Christmas. I wanted to kick his ass, I was so jealous. My dad had a BlackBerry Bold. Sadly, his was always broken because that guy never called me. I remember wanting a T-Mobile Sidekick so
Yes! Not that one specifically, but the one that you could flip. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. As a kid, I'm like, holy fuck, I need that shit. I need that shit right now. I need it. My parents were like, here's a flip phone, buddy. Shut up. I was like, fuck. How am I supposed to text on this thing? It doesn't fold out. But it had like a Pong game on it, so it was chill.
badly. But they were never available in Canada, so I had to settle for an LG Shine. I once spent $6 to download a picture of a girl in a bikini on that phone, so I could have it as my phone background. And guess if that $6 was charged to my parents' phone bill. And guess if they got really mad at me. And what, now pictures are just free to download? What the fuck? There was something really cool about having a wide selection of colorful cell phones to choose from, because each one said something about its owner. My LG Shine let people know that I was a horny little freak, I guess. But man, looking back on these old cell phone designs is just so refreshing, because each one had character, it had an aesthetic. They weren't just a fucking black rectangle, dude. Sure, some of them were ugly as fuck, and yeah, sometimes the cell phones would just straight up not work. So you'd have to walk an hour home from your caddying job because your cell phone wouldn't let you call your mom for a ride. But hey, at least these cell phone companies were trying new things. The newest innovations in smartphones over the last few years was, hey, you can fold this one.
Oh, right.
Okay. So a flip phone? That's a flip phone. Those have been around forever. I'm also convinced that the abandonment of the home phone has done irreparable damage to society. Get a load of this society.
Dude, I was really thinking about it. I was like, if my phone ever fucking dies and I need to call my mom or someone, I'm shocked. I'm shocked, dude. I don't know her number.
Dude, the amount of novelty home phones they used to make was staggering. But they were incredible, dude. They were so much fun. They were all unique and silly, and it made communicating over the phone like an enjoyable experience. Dude, I fucking hate talking on the phone now. But if answering my phone revealed Kermit the Frog's naked feet, you know I'm picking that shit up. Dude, modern dads will never experience the joy of getting fucked up off a bottle of Jim Beam and then calling their ex-wife on the Jim Beam.
Amen, brother. Amen.
And it's not just phones that have lost any semblance of color or creativity. Tech products in general have just gotten so boring lately, man. My friend Drew just made a very good video called Technology Isn't Fun Anymore, and I highly recommend you watch that video if you haven't already, because I think he summed up this issue.
I think that's all, like, the innovations we're gonna get for a while is just AI slop. I feel like they're just gonna keep being like, look at this AI avatar that talks to you as soon as you open up your phone. Oh, awesome, dude. Great. Sick. So, like, the shit that we don't need AI for, you're adding it. Okay, cool. And then you're gonna charge me more money for... Oh, no. Awesome. No, great. I was actually thinking that, like, yeah, actually, I just want fucking more worthless AI instead of using it for good things.
Perfectly. Growing up, technology was so fun and exciting, and it was progressing quickly, so anything they put out was, like, actually intriguing. But in the last 5-10 years, it feels like nothing has really changed that much. And the new technology they actually put out is just AI bullshit that nobody fucking wants, man. Dude, the most recent tech craze is people stealing the artwork of one of the most beloved, iconic artists.
I was literally talking about this earlier. Oh my God.
Artists of all time by just lazily forcing a computer to generate an image. That sucks. That's bad. That's boring and not good, okay? To be fair, though, not all tech products were brimming with color and interesting design back then. So much of the...
Wait. I just realized, what's he talking about? There has been some really good innovation in, like, the gaming space, dude. Have you guys not heard of the Soulja Boy console? Like, are you kidding me? That was, like, a pun intended game changer, honestly, dude.
Tech in the 80s was just straight up beige. Like, just so fucking beige, dude. Even the original NES was straight up a gray box. And that was a product specifically designed for kids to have fun with. Tech products in the 80s looked like if someone built a computer out of khakis. It was either that or some fucking wood paneling, dude. I need that, man. Give me an iPhone made out of wood. As much as I'd like for Apple to put out a wooden iPhone, I don't know if they would. But by the time the 90s came around, computers were becoming a household item. Internet Explorer launched in 1995, and this widespread embrace of the internet brought upon a tech explosion unlike anything we've ever seen before. Technology was fun and exciting, and the feelings people had for technology and its potential were positive and hopeful. And the average age of a tech consumer was also lowering at this time. So, how did companies capitalize on that feeling of excitement and happiness as well as appealing to a younger audience?
They fucking killed MySpace, dude. That's what they did, those fucking bastards. No, he's gonna say like, Club Penguin and Pop Tropica and Wizard 101, right?
Translucent.
Oh, yeah, I was literally, when he was talking about how ugly the original Nintendo was, I was really thinking about how, like, fucking pretty the N64s are.
Colored plastic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. This shit looks so fucking cool, dude. You ever want to kind of see what's on the inside of your N64 controller?
Yo, dude, that is the lingerie of gaming controllers right there, bro. That's what that is, dude. Dude, we need to bring these shits back, dude. Bring back the lingerie gaming controllers and gaming consoles. Give me a freaking PS5 that looks like this. I'll buy it. I'll finally do it. I'll finally get it, big man. Off-brand Oompa? Oh, no.
Here you go. Look at all those things you can just
Welcome back, Chucky.
see. What do? Who fucking cares? What's the inside of my Game Boy look like? Just kidding. I already know. Because my mom got me the purple see-through one for my birthday. And
Because my mom knows that I'm cool as fuck, and she needs to buy me the coolest fuck console, dude.
that's the most impressive thing about that design trend, dude. If my mom got me a regular purple Game Boy, I'd be mad as hell because I would have been like, hey, mom, that's a girl color. But when
Mom, you stupid bitch. I don't want this stupid fucking Chungus purple Game Boy. I want the translucent gaming equivalent of lingerie one. Ugh! You know, type shit.
I got the purple Game Boy you could kind of see through. Oh my god. Coolest shit of all time. Genuinely, this is one design trend that I miss so much every day of my life. I want all of my shit to look like this, okay? I want my skin to look like this. It not only looks cool and fun, but like that design choice made me appreciate my tech products a lot more. You know what I mean? I look at my iPhone, I see a fucking black rectangle. I don't know what the hell is inside this thing, and I also don't care. But when I see a translucent N64 controller,
Oh, yeah.
and I can see that there's a bunch
Torqued.
of shit inside of it that I don't understand, I'm like, you know what, dang, this is actually really impressive. I have a newfound appreciation for this piece of hardware. I was about to throw this controller as hard as I could at my best friend for making me slip on that banana in Mario Kart.
Oh my
But I'm
god.
not gonna do that anymore. I'm still gonna throw it at him, but not as hard. This clear trend of the 90s/2000s was
Oh my god, look at how badass those are. Oh my gosh.
inescapable. And it wasn't just with tech.
I guess we have like RGB lights on our PCs. Like I'm looking at mine right now. It's like glowing like green and blue and yellow and red and shit. Like, yeah, that's cool, bro. I guess. It's not the same.
Products. This was like a movement with like clear, cleanly stuff, right? Like there was a lot of aquatics, right? Frutiger Aero type stuff. This was like
Okay,
a,
yeah.
a big stylistic movement of the time. There's a lot more clear packaging, right? There was clear furniture, clear Pepsi. Even back then when doctors were using defibrillators, they would yell, clear! And I actually didn't know this before researching for this video, but apparently the creation of clear tech products can be traced back to the prison system. I guess
What?
tech products in jails need to be...
Oh, it all makes so much sense. Yeah, that you can't have like drugs or guns or weapons or anything in there.
clear so people can't hide any contraband inside of the tech product. Jail tech be like,
Let me be clear.
and then I guess people realize
How man, if only they could do that with skin, and then they wouldn't smuggle things up there. But I just remembered a crazy story that I have from one of my ex-girlfriends. Okay, and I feel what? Oh my god! I thought that was in the video. No, it just started auto playing instead of an hour broken up randomly by Taco Bell sound. It started the bruh one. But anyway, speaking of smuggling things into your prison pocket, this reminded me of one of my ex's moms. They were going to a concert together, and her mom smuggled weed into the concert in her vagina. So yeah, that one, that stuck with me as a kid. Yeah, or when I was younger. Yeah, I was like, oh wow, that is that's something. Holy crap! I mean, would you even be able to? Well, I guess. I mean, I could probably stick this thing up my butt, you know. So I guess if it's something supposed to go up there, so I guess it could work. I was gonna be W mom until I heard the end. Yeah, you mean the part where she snuck weed in through her snatch? Yeah, I feel that.
Realized it looked sick as fuck, so they started making tech products like in the real world, or not the real, you know what I mean, not the real world, you know, like not in prison. That's also the real world, but it's, you know what, fuck, prison doesn't seem so bad anymore, man. They got see-through tech products. Okay, sign me up. I'm sure there's tons of millennials itching to go to jail now. What are you in for? I'm innocent. Yeah, that's what they all say. The only thing I'm guilty of is being a 90s kid.
I'm a 90s kid, so you could say I'm epic bacon. Like a boss.
It's a sharp toothbrush you got there. As much as I miss the transparent tech trend, I do understand why our iPhones aren't made with see-through material. Inside every iPhone, you'd be able to see a little help me message from the fucking child who assembled it. But when it comes to tech becoming more boring and bland and colorless, I think the biggest changes I've seen have been on the actual internet.
I'm sorry, by the way, I'm not doing my normal like talk for 45 minutes per every 5 minute of video capita. I'm just kind of taking it all in, dude. Every time with Curtis Connor, like there a lot of videos I can just be like, hey, bro, you know, whatever. But his like, they're usually like in a different sphere that I'm not very well. What's the word I'm looking for here? Educated in, I guess. And he also puts like such a cool twist on it. So like I'm so enthralled listening to him. You know, basically what I'm saying is I'm gonna do tricks on it. The glaze is insane right now.
As technology advanced and the amount of people using the internet on a daily basis increased, as well as the dependence on companies generating revenue online increased as well, the internet stopped being a place to go and like hang out and have fun. Over the past 15 years, the internet has kind of just become the mall. It's just a big mall now. And since the internet is now the new mall, the technological world needed to appeal to a broader audience so companies could generate more revenue. And that's why you see these like highly stylized and optimized websites designed to give you all the info you need. They direct your eyes to the right parts of the websites. They force you to spend money, grab your information so they can put you on a mailing list, and then they try to lure you back in as much as they can to get every last dollar out of you. It's just the way it goes, man. In my
And now any fucking regular Joe can make a website like that. You got Wix, you got Squarespace, you got well, what's the other one that like they used to use back in the day, but like people still use it? WordPress. WordPress is definitely harder to make a website out of. But yeah, you got Wix and Squarespace, and you got Card's actually what I use for all my shit recently because it's affordable and it's like basic, but it does everything that I personally need a website to do.
A Video Gear Command Center video last year, I used the Wayback Machine to see what this old website for an obscure gaming chair looked like in 2002.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun, man. The website had so much character.
What's up,
reflected the
Aquanas?
aesthetic of the gaming chair. The GIFs were charming and campy. It was so refreshing to see that instead of a pastel fucking website with the same types of product shots over and over.
It's so funny, dude, because people that do like product shots like this are like, you know, like professional grade photography, right? You'll like do something to try and like switch things up or make things different and like make it your own, and they'll be like, that is wrong. Like, because I've literally had this experience working with like people in like the industry, and I like try and do something like creative or like the way that I always do it because like people like it, and they're like, that is wrong. Like literally my entire videography bag is wrong by technicality because I don't use a gimbal. I just freehand and I like move along with the artist, but people like it because there's not everybody does that. A lot of people do follow the rules, and they're like, well, I can't do that, you know?
Over and over and over again. It's boring. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm officially bored. And I know there's a reason for that popular aesthetic. It works. It's designed to keep people engaged, and it entices them to spend money. But like, where's the sauce, man? This is a personal opinion of mine, but
bring back swag. That's, hey, when I run for president in 2032, when I run for president in 2044, my slogan is going to be bring back swag. Okay? That's going to be my presidential slogan. Actually, that could be actually awesome merch. Hold on. Let me write that down on the merch ideas. I actually have a cool merch idea that I want to do sometime soon. I could make it like 2028, or I could literally do 2044, bring back swag. That would actually be kind of fire. Blue for My Valentine released statement about the sudden end of their tour with Trivium. Oh man, that has to suck for band kids. I personally do not give a Shit.
I think UX design needs to be eradicated. Okay, as far as I'm concerned,
Oh, shit.
fuck the user's experience. How about you just make the
Yeah.
website cool?
Fuck
Make
that shit
it
up.
fun to look at, all right? Don't get me wrong. Old internet pages probably would have benefited greatly from some smart design, but that just wasn't on people's minds back then. And I feel like the internet was more fun and enjoyable and memorable for it. Like modern day
Damn,
websites
dude.
feel like the internet version of a self-checkout line at a grocery store. Don't do anything.
Wait, let me check this really quickly. Wait, hold on. Let me go full screen just in case Google wants to do the thing where it fucking doxes me pretty much. Oh, I just remembered that I let my dog outside earlier on his tie out, and I haven't let him back in. I'm gonna have to do that. Aw, damn it, dude. He changed up the fucking website. I mean, it's still kind of cool. I was gonna use Nothing Nowhere's website as an example because it used to be like super early 2000s. It still kind of is. But yeah, dude, that shit, it used to be crazy, dude. No, not yet, Iron King. Is there anything like here? Like, does it switch up at all? God damn it. Merch store, though? I mean, kinda. But it used to be more crazy. I mean, it's still good. Still cool. It's still different. But, yo! Maddie, how are you, homie?
Don't screw around. Don't talk to anybody. Check out your items. Put them in the bag. Fuck off. Like, it's a fucking bummer, man. At the very least, websites gotta bring back glittery gifts. Can we at least do that, man? Glittery gifts of, like, kittens and shit? I always think about this quote in terms of the internet, and it low-key gives off, like, fake deep vibes.
Good, how are you doing? I am great overall. I'm pretty sleepy because, I mean, my stream crashed, I restarted, but I've been live for almost 11 hours now. But other than that, I'm amazing. Life's good. What's new with you? Anything? Anything fun?
But it's also just really true at the same time, so I'm gonna reference it. 15 years ago, the internet was an escape from the real world. Now, the real world is an escape from the internet. And I have to agree. The internet used to be an entirely separate place that was thrilling and fun. And it also only existed in one corner of my house. And now it's everywhere. It's in my hand and it's in my pocket at all times. And I hate it, man. It feels wrong. It's like, yeah, roller coasters are fun, but if I was on one all the time, I'd be praying for a fucking Final Destination 3 incident. So I'm trying to balance my praises of early internet with some negatives too, because obviously early internet was not all good. Dude, one time I downloaded this toolbar in my Internet Explorer back in like 2004.
Oh my god, it's the purple monkey I reference all the time, dude.
I downloaded this.
Whenever I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get a purple monkey for downloading RAM. It's literally this one. It's literally this one. This is the joke I make all the time.
Toolbar in my Internet Explorer back in like 2004, and it let you like change what you're.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Josh the other day was like, Chris just made it up. It's like funny. And I was like, yeah. No, the fuck I did not. No, it's an actual thing that used to happen on like old ass computers, like Windows 98 and shit. I'm working as a volunteer still? Hell yeah. Wait, Maddie, where do you work as a volunteer at again? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Your mouse cursor looked like? I don't know where the fuck I downloaded this thing, but I changed my mouse cursor to a skateboard. Pretty cool. And then my stepdad actually had to factory reset the family computer because my skateboard cursor gave us a virus. Cool shit like that just doesn't happen anymore, man. Truthfully, websites used to suck, but at the same time, they were fucking a lot of fun. For example, look at this TikTok that I saw of someone showing what the Panic at the Disco website looked like in 2005.
Oh, shit.
That's so fun, man. Looks like shit, but it's so fun. What does the Panic at the Disco website look like now?
Ew.
This is my first video on Instagram. I'm not wearing a shirt, it's a shirtless jammer.
Media in general has kind of just lost a lot of its wonder and excitement.
Is that actually? There's no way that's actually what the website does, dude, right? Who decided that the purple monkey was a virus indicator? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's literally just a virus. Like, it literally is a virus. Work with an autism and life skills? Dude, hell yeah, Maddie, that sounds like a W. Yeah, Kilo is literal proof. I need to get my boy on the stream so I can interview him about that.
Probably because we're consuming way more media than we should be on a daily basis. And since we're consuming so much, everything has kind of just lost its luster over time. Prime example, dude, I watched The Dark Crystal from 1982 for the first time. What the fuck? It was like literally breathtaking. The music, animatronics, story, set design, and overall atmosphere was something that you straight up could not accomplish today. Like, even if you genuinely tried to, a movie studio would never allow it because it would be way cheaper to just do everything with CGI.
Oh, yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, movie studios do not give a fuck about, like, the best art or the greatest movie or, like, the greatest story told. They give a fuck about what's gonna put asses in seats, dude. Look at Marvel. Look at Star Wars, right? Disney's like, come on, pump them out, buddy. Oh, you're trying to innovate? No, we don't do that here. That's for some indie film festival. Which again, like it's the same thing with games, and that's why I am such a big indie and AA game supporter, because they are fucking amazing. And that is really where the most artistic, best, like most beautiful creations are going to come from, is some like indie ass studio or some, indie filmmaker. The virus just makes a purple monkey appear. I actually don't know. I don't know the full breakdown of it. Maybe we can watch a YouTube video about it sometime. I can do a react and be like, oh my God, no way, that's where it comes from.
And movie studios do everything with CGI to cut costs. The end result is usually a jumbled mess of weird lighting and muted colors. I'm not saying all CGI now is bad, not at all. It's the stuff I've seen lately has been, Godzilla -1, I lost my fucking mind. I was insane what I was looking at. But CGI works the best when they have a significant devoted budget towards it and enough time to ensure that it's done properly. And I'm sure you've seen criticisms online towards modern lighting and color grading or lack thereof, especially towards superhero films. You can look back on old superhero movies like X-Men, Iron Man, Avengers, especially the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. And when you compare those to modern superhero movies, it's pretty plain to see.
Dude, it's so crazy that...
I
was gonna say, yeah. It's so crazy that they're using these as like old movies and shit.
Much more colorful,
it's true,
and
but like,
saturated and vibrant. One could argue that with modern superhero movies, there's a lot of, different characters in them with different colors. So maybe it would get confusing or overwhelming and there wouldn't be a cohesive color scheme. But I'd rather have that than a dimly lit mess of gray shit that's like boring to look at,
Dude, again, this might be my own gripes because I'm like jaded some from this, but like people in the industry would be like, no, this is how you need to color grade things. This is how you need no, this is where we're at. No, this is where we're at. No, this is how you got to do. You got to do it this way. You got to do it that way. I think I'm just tired of smug, like either people in the industry or smug people on YouTube being like, no, this is how it's done. This is how it's done.
When a movie studio goes crazy on their color grading is when a movie takes place in Mexico. That's the only color grade stuff. They just throw like a yellow filter over it for some reason. And they go, yeah, that's Mexico now.
This is Mexico in the TV show Breaking Bad. This is Mexico in real life.
That's actually a fun travel hack. I know plane tickets are expensive. This economy, it's getting pretty hard to travel these days. So if you ever want to feel like you just took a trip to Mexico, you just throw on a pair of yellow tinted glasses and voila, I'm swimming in the ocean, drinking a margarita right next to a shark. Oh, there's lemonade coming out of my arm. It's not just superhero films that have lost their color over the years. Look at this comparison from the first season of Dexter from 2006 to this screenshot from Dexter New Blood from the year 2021. The one from 2006 is lit properly.
Ew.
Colors are perfectly set.
It's kind of remind me of when Faded, is that what it's called? Faded Film, right? The thing that I think it might still have a slider in Premiere, but basically like the Faded Film Concert Photography. Hold on, let me make sure this doesn't dox me as well. It didn't. It's like doing okay. It's all in black and white. It's not really showing you what I want to show you. Why is there so much of Knocked Loose when I look Faded Film Photography? Concert photography. Faded Film. Basically it made, oh my God, this is perfect. This is a perfect example. This look where like, this is like irregularly and then you added the faded film. This was like the shit. This was the shit from like 2015 to 2019, 2020, maybe somewhere in there. This was the shit. I used to use it all the time. I mean, I still kind of do. Here, let me pull up one of my like recent edited photos and I can show you all. But that's kind of what this gray is kind of reminding me of, is like, it's kind of like just the trend right now. And you'll be able to look back on these shits in a few years and be like, what the fuck? Hold on. Why is my drive not opening up? Hello? Okay, I guess I didn't like that. It's from one of my recent gigs. You can kind of see it, right? Like you look at that, look at this, right? If you're looking for it, you can see it, but it's not so over the top that it like overpowers the image like this one is. I feel nauseous. I'm sorry, Chucky. Do you need anything? Can I do anything? But yeah, that's kind of what this is reminding me of. Like, Jesus Christ. Minus one was Peak. Where did this yellow tint Mexico theme start? Dexter was Peak as well. Dude, yeah, I got to tap it on Dexter. For real, for real. I actually don't know where the Mexican, like, orange theme started. That might be another video to watch at some point.
Saturated, the contrast and
Take my nausea? Oh, I got you, dude.
shadows are all balanced well. Looks great. The one from 2021 looks like a poo. Dexter, I hardly know. Seeing stuff like this reminds me of a meme I saw recently. Men in LA, get off your phones and stop becoming influencers. We need gaffers. These shows dark as hell. I can't see shit.
Dude, there's literally a meme. Sorry, not to keep throwing back to me, but there's a meme where it's this photo of a hardcore show and there's like 20 photographers on stage. And it's like, bruh, put the camera away. We need plumbers and doctors. Which is true. That's when I realized I didn't belong in the hardcore music scene anymore. No, just kidding. I've never been to Mexico, but every time one of my family calls me, it's just bright as fuck with green grass. Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's probably almost identical to like Texas, right? Like, it's not that much, or at least parts of it, you know? It's not that much different. Hear what they say half the time. It looks cool. Yeah.
True, man. What the fuck's going on? Another video recommendation here. I watched a really good video from Patrick Tommaso called Why Don't Movies Look Like Movies Anymore? And I highly recommend you watch that because he does a great job breaking down the key reasons behind this phenomenon. But in short, filmmakers didn't always have the luxury.
Hold on. Let me actually... Oh, where's it at? Can I click on that? No, don't take me. Oh, man. Oh, I already had it. Hold on, we'll go back. It should take us back,
Dark
right?
as hell, I can't
There we
see
go.
shit.
It's perfect. Okay, sorry. I wanted to add this to my watch on stream playlist to check out later because it sounds interesting. Let me make sure we're good here. Sorry.
It's true, man. Patrick Tommaso called
There we
Why
go.
Don't Movies Look Like Movies Anymore? And I highly recommend you watch that because he does a great job breaking down the key reasons behind this phenomenon. But in short, filmmakers didn't always have the luxury of shooting everything on a green screen and then just fixing it in post. That just like wasn't feasible up until recently. For most of history,
Yeah.
like most of the things they did while producing a film in terms of lighting, costumes, and set design, it was all meticulously planned and there was a clear intentionality behind every decision. And I feel like that just doesn't happen anymore.
Might get into post and that room won't even be the same room anymore. They're gonna say, you know what, that window, we don't even want that window anymore. The light doesn't make any sense. We gotta reshoot this whole thing. So what do? We shoot it bland. We shoot it boring. We light it flat. We don't commit. There's a lack of intention in the way we are creating so many things these days.
But I don't want to shit on filmmakers for putting out movies that look like this because most of the time I don't think it's their fault. If a film's CGI is bad, or if the lighting is poorly planned, or if the color grading is lacking, 99% of the time it's because the studio gave the production companies an impossible deadline. So these people who are overworked and underpaid, they have to cut corners or do half-assed jobs just so they can get the work done on time. And it's either
Dude, this is... If, like, there isn't a more clear, like, it's a... Fuck politics, it's class war, right? It is literally this. Like, Disney is making hand over fist fucking money. Well, I mean, they are in kind of, like, a rough spot right now, I think. If I remember... Somewhat recently I heard some shit like that. Like, Disney's in a weird spot. But... You know, they are worth however many billions of dollars, probably. Hold on, let me just fucking look it up really quickly so I don't sound like an absolute dumbass. Disney worth. Yeah, $200 billion. And they have some motherfuckers they're cramming and forcing to overwork for their movies to make hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And they can't pay them well and give them enough time to do so. Like, fuck you, dude. Fuck all of you. It's so ass. I hate it,
either they
dude.
do that or they fucking lose their job. So I understand why it happened. Because if they lose their job, then they gotta sell their gray car and then sell their newly built gray and white house. Like, it's a slippery slope, man. And now that I mention it, man, I gotta talk about architecture because what the fuck is happening?
shit.
What is going on? What are they doing to us? I don't know.
They rich kid. They can slide me like 5 mil. Yeah, on God, dude. Yeah. Slide you 5 mil. Slide Chucky 5 mil. Yeah, we'll be chilling.
If it's like this where you
Something
guys live,
slight.
but whenever
Yeah,
I
a
drive
little
around
something.
Toronto and I see a new house that they built, it's always the ugliest, most boring shit I have ever seen. It's either
See, chat, and this is why I buy piece of shit houses. Okay? This is why I buy absolute piece of shit houses, dude. Okay, fuck it. They look cool.
they're white or gray, just a series of cubes with a flat roof. That's not nice to look at. You know, I don't feel like that would be a home. Straight up, it looks like something I would build in Minecraft really quickly because I'm too lazy to put in any actual work because I
fuck
want to
that.
go find some diamonds and have sex with a creeper. And dude, it's
What?
never just the exterior. The interior of some of these people's fucking houses, man. Oh my God. So much gray and white. It's blinding. Every time I look at a house on Zillow, I get fucking living room, dude. The interior of houses now look like that weird fucking scene in Deathly Hallows when Harry like dies or whatever. Like this weird fucking purgatory white room.
What the fuck, man? Spoilers. The apartments that I lived in from 1 to 4 got torn down and replaced with those houses. It's sad. Oh my god, bro. I'm sorry. R.I.P. Yeah, hide your creepers for real. Holy shit, Curtis Connor. Don't be fucking my creepers, man. What the hell?
Right? I expect there to be a weird Voldemort corpse under all these couches. Dude, I'll see all these chuggy ass fucking weirdos, man, make these videos like updating my boring old bathroom to a modern bathroom. And the video is them destroying the most beautiful, charming bathroom you've ever seen in your life just because it has a little bit of color. And they totally ruin it by making it look whiter than a fucking Morgan Wallen concert. It's heartbreaking, man. My wife and I try our best to make sure our house looks as colorful as possible. And I am much happier than I would be if my house was just fucking white and gray all over.
Dude, this is reminding me, like, I realized the other day, right? People genuinely, like, don't laugh and try and make jokes in life, right? Like, they are serious, dude. Like, dead, like, don't be laughing at themselves, like, nothing's fucking funny, like, I have to be serious all the time. Bro, I would kill myself. If my life was an Imagine Dragons song, no, you know, boring as hell, you know, default as hell, the default character, and I'm not laughing about it. Oh, nah, dude. Nah, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck is the point of life, man? If you can get a giggle out of it.
I know my walls are white here, but wait, walls are white? The white and gray shit is inescapable though, man. Apartment buildings, office buildings, hospitals, banks, churches, literally any.
I always feel stupid when people look at my room because it has no color scheme. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if that's how you feel, then my room must be a stupid fucking chungus room, dude. Look at this shit.
Anything being built right now looks the exact same and it sucks. This may be a personal preference, but I'd rather the world around me reflect the human spirit of charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, other than a bunch of fucking boring gray cute.
Chat, I'm gonna be so for real with you all. I am fighting demons right now to stay awake and stay entertaining during this video. I have been live for almost 11 hours, okay? This is normally when I'm going to sleep, okay? So, yeah. We're gonna push through. We're gonna try and get through this. Sorry any YouTube frogs watching this after the fact that this is boring. My commentary, if it's ass, if my stupid jokes don't make you laugh, and I have stupid points, and everything's just fucking stupid. Everything's fucking stupid. Chungus reactor, pausing the video too much, piece of shit. I'm gonna tell him in his comment section. I'm gonna tell him to kill himself. I'm gonna tell him that he's an uggo. He's not funny, and he adds nothing of value.
Man. The slow envelopment of boring gray and sad beige is very apparent in North America, but you notice it way more if you walk around a city like Florence or Paris. Nothing will make you hate North American architecture more than like an hour walk in any European city. Dude,
Yeah.
you're telling me a bunch of dudes built this humongous, stunning cathedral
Just
out
a bunch of dudes,
perfectly
man.
cut bricks of pink, green, and white marble, and then went on to finish off the cathedral by building one of the
Went to what? Do what?
largest dome structures ever made.
Largest what? Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta chill out.
Without the use of scaffolding? Oh yeah, and then some fucker named Giorgio Vasari went ahead and painted so hard that he died, and then his apprentice had to finish the painting, and they were able to build all that 500 years ago? And yeah, maybe it
Make it come, Chris. Keep it up. I don't know if the Vine boom's working. God damn it.
did take them over 140 years to build that
Oh, okay.
cathedral, but that's neither here nor there. Sometimes when they're doing construction on these new condo buildings, I'm sitting in traffic for 140 years. The Duomo in Florence is a pretty drastic comparison, I know. But even if you look back as recent as like 20, 30 years ago, there's a massive difference. My wife and I are actually rewatching Beverly Hills 90210 right now. And dude, every single episode we're like, man, stuff used to look so much cooler. Cars were cooler, clothes were more colorful, there was glass bricks everywhere, stores had carpets? Bring back the carpets, man. I know
Yes.
it's way cheaper and easier to clean concrete floors, and carpets start to stink like fucking crazy after a while, but come on.
I agree.
Man. More and more
I agree. I would enjoy stores way more if they had carpet in them. I don't know what it is, dude. I'm not even a fucking big carpet believer, dude. I don't really even have that much. Well, we got a little carpet in the living room over there. I've been saying I'm gonna add a little carpet to this room, but I'm not even like that big of a carpet supporter, dude. But like, yo, fucking put them in the store. I'll feel way better about it, dude.
Physical stores are closing every single year because of online shopping. But the physical stores that do stay open are just fucking boring and drab and just a bummer. So it's like, yeah, I might as well just stay home, I guess. Dude, I saw the saddest picture of all time recently. You guys know the McDonald's play place, right? Big fucking playground inside of McDonald's. Ton of slides and tubes. It was actually mostly tubes. McDonald's play place is a series of tubes. Well, take a look at the new McDonald's play place.
I didn't even know they still made them shits. They don't. It's over. It's Jover. It's Jover.
This shit broke my heart, man. That's the play place? Two
it's
little
over.
fucking chairs with some tablets on the
No,
wall?
it's over.
We're cooked.
It's
We're
Jover.
so cooked, man. And then who the fuck is this guy? The Happy Meal box is sentient now? Rip open his head and eat his organs. This is no play place, and I'm not playing. I know there used to be N64s at McDonald's.
Yes! That shit was so baller! One had a GameCube, and I played a Shrek game, and I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever fucking played in my entire life. I have to find it, and then I never found the Shrek game ever again, so maybe we'll go on a quest for
It
that.
was awesome, but there also used to be the actual play place as well. Dude, I have so many fond memories of going down a huge slide in a McDonald's play place and landing into a huge ball pit that smelled like little kid pee. Because, you know, maybe a kid was having too much fun in the play place and he didn't want that fun to end. And he didn't want to go all the way to the bathroom and pee and then come all the way back. So he decided to, you know, just let it go because no one's going to find out, right? I'm just assuming. Now what is a kid supposed to do if he has to go pee in the play place? Just stand on the chair and piss on the tablet? Turn the iPad into an iPad? Like, come on. Why is this happening? Why is the world losing
They
its
closed the play places because they were unsanitary, but the stupid tablet ones are unsanitary too. Yeah, dude, hey, stick with whatever the fuck you're gonna say, McDonald's, to fucking remove happiness and raise your prices, you fucking assholes. Fuck you, McDonald's. Piece of shit.
color? It's a good question. Sadly, it all goes back to money. Every time. Like, actually, every time. It's capitalism. It's capitalism every single time. I saw this.
Ooh, dude, no, don't. Ooh, late form capitalism? Oh, stop. That's laughable. You're cringe. You're cringe for saying late form capitalism. Bro, shut up, dude. Shut up. Shut up. That shit is cringe sometimes, dude. If you aren't willing to fucking admit the thing that you like has its problems, then nothing is ever going to change, and then it's going to end up shitting itself and giving out, dude, okay? People now are like, I feel like there's so many people that are like hyper fucking anti saying like capitalism has flaws. God forbid. God forbid is saying that something has flaws. You have to defend it to your last breath. Bro, shut up. Just some snotty odd kid wiping his boogers and greasy fingers all over that tablet. Ew. Ew.
This great example on TikTok. I lost the TikTok, but I will regurgitate it poorly. Let's say, for example, someone wants to open a coffee shop in their town. Obviously,
Right.
they'd like this coffee shop of theirs to be profitable.
Right.
So maybe they go online and they research what successful coffee shops look like. What do
Right.
they see? A lot of minimalist design choices, a lot of grays and whites. If they're crazy, maybe a neon sign that says, "Give me coffee or I'll kill myself." But you know what? No, maybe they think that's too boring. Maybe they're like, fuck it. I don't want this boring gray countertop. I'm gonna get a bright yellow countertop
Ooh,
for
okay.
my coffee shop. So they
Dude, this dead ass looks like a coffee shop in fucking Cambridge, Ohio. Was it the oh no, it was the last react that we did where I was pulling out the fucking random spots in Ohio. Yeah, dude, there's dead ass a coffee shop in Cambridge, Ohio, and it was some of the best fucking coffee I've ever had in my entire life. I gotta hit up the homie that I was with. Be like, yo, dude, what the fuck was that coffee shop called? Because I would literally drive hours and hours to go get it again. Oh my god, bro. That's a core memory. Remember shooting a music video and shit? Yeah, that was awesome. It was a great day.
So they call a bunch of coffee counter companies inquiring about a bright yellow countertop, and they find out that it is significantly cheaper and quicker to just do a gray one because that is what 99% of people usually want. So those are the materials that the counter companies buy in bulk. Sure, they could make a bright yellow countertop, but it would cost twice as much and take 3 times as long.
didn't even think
so
about
it just
that.
wouldn't be worth it. So at the end of the day, the coffee shop owner is probably just going to end up going with the boring gray countertop. The cost of goods in manufacturing has become way too high, especially with all the tariffs. I'm terrified. Okay, topical humor. And also just risk aversion is of paramount importance to business owners. So, I don't blame a small business owner for just going with the cheaper, more popular option. But at the same time, it doesn't change the fact that it sucks. I want the Global Village coffee house aesthetic again.
Yes.
Man. I want Nora Jones bumping in the speakers, man. I want to feel cozy and relaxed in a coffee shop. I don't want to feel like I'm in a nameless concrete warehouse about to get my ass kicked by Spider-Man. A desaturated Spider-Man. And more often than not, you need to spend more money to get a colorful version of an item. It's like a weird color tax. Again, I understand why that is from an economical and logistical standpoint, but again, it doesn't change the fact that
It's cringe. It's cringe. I'm gonna say, hey, I will stand up. Hey, crucify me. If you must, stand up and say, it's fucking cringe. Should be the same price for colorful shit. Fuck you guys. Yeah, fuck you bastards.
It sucks. For example, I remember when I bought my Toyota Corolla back in 2019. I was test driving a white one.
Holy shit,
and
young.
I really liked the car. I really enjoyed it. But to me, the color was very boring because fucking everybody has a white car. So
Shut up, Curtis Connor. You are gonna make me fucking sell my fucking stupid Chungus Subaru Impreza because it's gray. Shut your stupid fucking mouth.
I asked if I could get the blue one instead. And they had the blue one, but they told me it was going to be an
I don't want to be in a shop where I feel like teenage Karens are gonna appear. Real.
extra $500 just for a different color. It's the same shit, man. Like, this is why everything sucks, man. Like, since when has color become a luxury? What are we fucking doing to ourselves, guys? Fucking pisses me off, man. It makes me so mad I'm turning red, and now I'm worth more money. And trust me, I could bitch and moan all day. I can go on and on about how the world isn't colorful anymore, and I can cite comparisons until the cows come home, but I won't. Because I told those cows not to come home until they're a little more colorful. All jokes and nostalgia
Yeah, fuck
aside,
off, cows.
I am genuinely
Stupid plain black and white cows. Why don't we get some different colored cows, huh?
concerned and sad for the future. Because I think this is only gonna get worse. And
I think it's gonna get worse for a while and then it's gonna bounce back. It's literally how shit goes, dude. It's gonna eventually bounce back.
we haven't even
Other
begun
way.
to see the long-term
But it's gonna be aggressive. And then in like 30 years, we're gonna have somebody like Curtis Connor making a video like, everything's too colorful. Remember when it was simplistic? Not 30 years, maybe like 40 or 50. I'm gonna be actual fucking grandpa statistics, and I'm gonna be watching on my like fucking the lightweight glasses, the news or whatever I'm trying to watch. And I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Or a fucking commentary video on fucking YouTube 6. Okay. I'm gonna be watching that shit. Like, oh damn, this shit fucking this fucking blows. Yeah, everything is really colorful. Fuck. He's right.
effects of this. Take this article, for example, titled "The Sad Beige Aesthetic. Why has the world suddenly turned taupe?" In this article, they interview a self-proclaimed sad beige mom. If you've never heard the term sad beige before, it may be a little confusing. It basically just means something is sad and beige. I hope that helps. You'll see a lot of sad beige Christmas stuff pop up, which is super upsetting to see because Christmas is like the most colorful time of year for a reason. Christmas is so colorful and warm to get away from how sad and bleak and colorless it is outside.
The wintertime,
right? Yeah,
yes.
There's a lot of moms out there that'll incorporate a lot of sad beige stuff into their kids'
Why?
lives because they care more about their aesthetic than their kids being actually happy and excited about their life.
I actually fucking hate so many people in this world, dude. I keep saying like fucking cringe shit like, oh yeah, the good will triumph over evil, but sometimes it's like, oh my god, bro, just fucking we gotta get rid of these fucks. I wonder why their kids are a little slow.
That they didn't ask for. It's not that 39-year-old Mina Tran wants a life completely devoid of bright
You're
colors.
39,
She just doesn't
you're doing
want
this
them
shit?
anywhere near her home or her.
See, if you're like a fucking 3-year-old mom, and this is your first kid, I can kind of see it. If you're 39, you're almost 40, bro, lock it in. You're midway through life. Actually, if you're going to be a statistic for the U.S. life expectancy, you're more than halfway through life. Let's hope kids' brains develop. Yeah, what the... Shit's so fucking stupid. I hate this
her
shit.
children's wardrobe. You can't avoid them, says the doctor and mother of 3 from Texas. They creep into areas of my life that I can't control. You go outside and the grass is green. Yeah, man.
I go outside and the grass is green, the sky's blue, and the fucking sun's like yellow. What the fuck?
Accidentally dropped the knife on my kid's head last week.
Aww.
He got a bunch of bright red blood everywhere. So yeah, he's been grounded in his room ever since. I actually haven't heard from him in a few days. It's been kind of nice. She is an unabashed, sad beige mom. A woman determined to keep the garish implements of childhood at bay. And instead, foster a sober palette of beige on beige. You won't see my kids in primary or secondary colors, unless it's pajamas, says Tran. Okay, why are colorful pajamas okay, though? They're gonna be so deprived of color at that point. Every night they're gonna be fucking staring at their pajamas like a bunch of dudes at Dan Flashes. How are they gonna get their fucking color fixed, dude? They're gonna end up going to some back alley color dealer, they're gonna get mixed up in the wrong crowd and totally ruin their fuchsia.
Oh, brother, this guy's...
Seriously is very funny, and I love watching his videos.
Sorry, polychromatic.
They probably think the color's gonna turn their babies gay.
Plastic toys? Forget about
No
it.
rainbows!
A Technicolor playroom even? We have one play area, and that play area is also the living space. I don't want to stare at something hot pink and neon green every day, she says. So that is also a resounding no. Okay, got it. So since the mom doesn't want to look at bright stuff all day, then I guess her kids aren't allowed to. I think that's bad parenting.
Do you want to see how fucking autism I am with colors? Hold on. Let me show you. Oh, my favorite hoodie of all times. This is how autismed up I am, dude. I fucking love blue and red. I love colors mixed. Oh my god. This is the greatest hoodie known to fucking man, dude. It says keep going on it. It's a Mike hoodie. Oh, my precious. Oh, yeah. Definitely needs washed. I love stupid fucking Chungus colors, dude. I love stupid fucking Chungus colors.
Parenting. Straight up, if this is the hill she's dying on, how would this sad beige mom deal with other issues in her kid's life? Mom, I have something to tell you. Okay, what is it? I'm gay. Hey, that's great. Okay, I support you 100%. You know, actually, deep down, ever since I saw you kiss that boy last week,
What?
I think I knew. Oh my god, you saw that? Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. That was my boyfriend. Okay, he seemed very nice. I like the beige sweater he was wearing. I taught you well. What's his name? Oh, his name's Tyler. Tyler, okay, what's his last name? His last name? It's, Green.
Holy shit!
Get the fuck out of my house. Obviously, it's fun to goof on people like this because loving beige is such a weird thing to be passionate
what
about.
the
But I am
fuck?
genuinely worried about how this inescapable blandness is going to affect children who are growing up right now. There's been actual evidence to back this up. This article, titled "The Psychological Cost of Boring Buildings," says in one case, physicians have linked environmental deprivation to ADHD in children. Homes without toys, art, or other stimuli were a significant predictor of ADHD symptoms. World-renowned designer Thomas Heatherwick wrote in his book, Humanize, boring is worse than nothing. Boring is a state of psychological deprivation. Just as the body will suffer when it's deprived of food, the brain begins to suffer when it's deprived of sensory information. Boredom is a starvation of the mind.
See, and that's why I stimulate my brain with great works of art such as Troy Bond Gets Heckled in New York.
Very skinny. A boring, colorless surrounding affects you, obviously. And this has been proven in a study by a cognitive neuroscientist named Colin Ellard. He conducted an experiment that featured sensors attached to people's skin that would track something called their conductance response, which is used to measure emotional arousal. They used a different word than that. And when
What
people
the
in this
fuck?
experiment walked by a boring building, their bodies went into quote-unquote fight or flight mode. I will say
What?
that wording seems a little dramatic.
Yeah, Jesus
I don't know if it
Christ.
was that bad. I don't know if people were punching the buildings or running away from them, but there was a real, measurable, visceral reaction to being surrounded by boring architecture. We are what we're surrounded by, so if you're surrounded by a bunch of boring shit, you're gonna be bored as shit. I feel very grateful because when I look back on my childhood, it was so bright and colorful and vibrant. And I feel bad for these kids growing up in a fucking all beige house because they're gonna be fucking catatonic by the time they're teenagers. And not to mention the countless study done over the years regarding color theory and how different colors can evoke different emotions. So if colors make us feel different emotions, we can then infer that a lack of color makes us feel.
Sorry, this is so off topic. I was just thinking about colors and feeling different things. I've been meaning to wear the fucking green hoodie that I have on stream just to make everybody go, oh, like the OG viewers be like, it's not the same. They're gonna say that. They're gonna literally be like, holy fuck, not the same though.
Feel nothing at all, and not to go all tinfoil hat,
Right.
but having the general
Put tinfoil
population feel absolutely empty inside and totally devoid of emotion
Right.
is probably the ideal mindset for them to be in if a bunch of corporations want them to fucking stare at a tablet on a wall in the
Right.
playplace all day or buy every beige thing they see on the internet to fill the emptiness inside of them. I'm gonna be honest, I really did not plan on talking so long about this. I just wanted to make a quick video complaining about this phenomenon. The more I started researching this, the more upset I got. I also just can't shut up because this is frustrating, man. This is not
That's real, man.
the
Me
future
for
we
real.
were promised. There's supposed to be an exotic fish swimming out of my computer screen
what the
right
hell,
now
man?
with a huge diagram of a globe in the sky, okay? This is bullshit, and I really don't want to end this video on such a bleak note because it's not like color has completely abandoned us. I think we just need to look a little harder for it. We need to seek it out as often as we can for our own well-being. Tech may be boring and gray now, but you can always pay more for a colored variant or spend more money to get a colorful phone case with Kermit's fucking toes on it. Logos and branding in general have become very minimalist simplistic and boring. But some companies are starting to get a little more colorful and fun and daring with their rebrands, so there is a little bit of hope. At the very least, if you want to see any bright packaging or logos, just go into any weed or vape shop.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the internet, a lot of websites are boring and gray and white and simple, but there's a lot of cool websites doing a lot of interesting stuff that is very fun and refreshing. And yes, movies and TV shows can look bland and dim these days, but simultaneously, some of the most visually stunning media of all time is being created right now. Severance is a terrific example of that. That is a show that is shot
I gotta tap it on Severance.
almost entirely under fluorescent lighting, and it takes place mostly underground, yet it's the most visually stunning show I've seen in years. And they hardly even use color in that show. But when they do, it's intentional and gripping.
Hey, yo.
They use color.
Why did he look at me like he was looking at my vagina there when he was like, it's gripping? He's like, it's gripping. Whoa, dude. Stop trying to grab up on my snatch.
Narratively and emotionally. And when there is a colorful scene in the show, it kind of stops you in your tracks because you're so starved of it. I just love Severance, man. It's so good. Things look bleak right now, okay? But there is hope. I don't think we need to accept this boring, gray lifestyle. They tried to convince us that frosted tips was a cool thing to do in the 90s. Together, we said no. We rejected that. And we can do the same thing now. Right now, we're all a bunch of little cockroaches that got painted over by a landlord. And in this situation, the landlord is corporations, and the white paint is capitalism. If we work together, if we keep wiggling our little cockroach legs hard enough, we can finally break free from that white paint on the wall and ultimately fall to our death and die alone in a pile of our own blood.
Wow.
But at least that blood will be bright red.
Wow, what a nice message from our friend Kurt.
Or yellow if you're going to Mexico. All right, thanks for listening to me complain if you're still watching this. Again, sorry I talked for so long, and I'm sorry if this video wasn't funny.
I'm locked in,
I just
King.
wanted
No,
to
King.
complain for a while
King,
because
keep
this
going.
is something that
King,
my wife and I talk about a lot. And like it if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Let me
Like
know
my
what
hoodie
you
says, keep
think
going.
about this. I feel like this is a good
Yeah.
discussion that we can have in the comments. A lot of people are going to have some good opinions, better than mine. Yeah, subscribe if you want. Keep rocking out. That's it. I would stick around, but unfortunately, I really have to pee. So I got to go find
Dude,
the
me
closest
too.
ball pit. See ya.
Also, W Digimon shirt. My buddy's house is pink and blue with a lot of triangles. It's scary. As a design student, I'm happy to relay that there's an entire generation of young artists and designers who are incredibly pissed off about exactly this and will do everything in their power to course correct this once they have more influence on industries themselves, myself included. Shout out to all the amazing people taking strides to make our collective future a little more whimsical. Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Curtis is the most Australian-looking non-Australian man I've ever seen in my life. Breaks my heart when I see people buy old houses just to make them modern. It absolutely crushes me every time. Yeah, dude, it's cringe as fuck. You can still modernize a house while keeping it like looking like a classic older house, like vintage. Like, I don't know why that's so crazy for people to think about. I think it's just easier to paint it all one color or like very similar colors.